in the camp, right? It came like right into the camp.
The bear came right in the camp.
Yeah.
Pulled him into a brush and mauled him, killed him, and so I'm worried because the last time I went to Alaska, we was in the camper. There was a bear come through town. I could see the bear running in the distance and shit. It was a little black bear, but still. So I'm like, you know how black people are. We don't play around in the wilderness and shit, man. We don't do bears and bobcats and shit like that.
Did you have a gun or anything on you?
The last time we had a gun, but not this last time we went. We didn't have a gun. But the time we saw the bear, we had a gun and some bear mace and stuff like that. So this time we had the bear spray, but no gun.
I only saw a grizzly bear one time in the wild, and
while you were hunting, or?
They look at you so different.
Yeah,
a black bear looks at you like, "Who are you? Are you gonna hurt me? What are you doing here? What are you? Are you maybe they never seen a person before? But they're like, what is this? A grizzly bear looks at you like this. Can I eat you? Can I eat you? Like these cold, dark eyes, man. The eyes just are feelingless. Like you realize that the primal energy of this killing machine is locked on you. A real live grizzly bear in the wild. It wasn't a big one either. The one that I saw was only like 6 feet tall. Yeah, small.
But they know.
A young bear. But
they know
right away, looking at me.
They'll know when they're being that.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's just a different sort of wiring, I guess.
Come get
like
you.
Polar bears.
Yeah.
I would hear stories because I worked up there, and we would go to remote areas to work on airfields and shit. And the further north you get, you can come into encounters. And I've heard stories. One of the guys who I work with was up in Barrow, which is way up north Alaska, and he was working on his thing, and out in the distance, way out in the distance with the binoculars, because they're always watching, there's a polar bear out there. You know what I mean? And so they have to keep an eye on this thing. And they just notice this bear's getting closer and closer. So this bear is freaking honing in on them. You know, these bears can, see, lift his nose and then put his nose down, start coming closer and closer. And they notice this bear is hunting them, so they had to abort mission and leave because these bears will break down the door and get whatever they want. You know what I mean? They hunt anything. Yeah. They hunt everything.
Everybody.
Yeah. So we don't mess around with polar bears and stuff. When you're on the job, at least. I don't know what people do on the outside of the job, but I don't mess around with polar bears, period.
A friend of mine is a veterinarian, and he was explaining how when they work with like little baby polar bears, he goes, they're like the predator right out of the womb. They're like the alien, from the womb. Like, wow. Like right out of the womb. He's like, you're looking at these little cute killers.
Damn.
Yeah. It's like, because polar bears don't eat anything but meat. Yeah. There's no vegetables up there. There's no fucking blueberries. No. We're lucky that that's like the thing about salmon and the brown bears. The brown bears and the coastal bears.
Sources.
Yeah. Plenty of food. Like that's why you see all those videos of people like sitting there taking pictures of these things catching salmon out of the river.
They say the inland ones are more dangerous though.
Yes, that's what they say, yeah, because they hunt most of the time. Or they, eat berries.
Yeah. That's wild seeing these big bears run down the fucking moose.
They're so fast.
Man.
They're so powerful. Did you see that video that some guy captured recently of these two bears duking it out for a long time?
Yeah.
A long time, man. Like a pride round.
Yeah. The dude was like, this is going to get good or some shit like that. And then they just like standing up and I was like, whoa.
They go hard, man.
Got him by the ear, had one by the leg at one point. I was like, they was in the I was watching it like, ooh, what kind of wrestling moves these bears finna do?
They do have a little jiu-jitsu.
They got something, man.
Yeah, they do. Yeah. They do use a little wrestling, and they bite each other so fucking hard. They're
snapping. You see him? He got that overhook. He got that wizard right there.
Their coat is so impressive. They pull giant chunks of hair out of each other. Did you ever see the movie Grizzly Man?
No, not Grizzly.
Oh my God, you have to see it.
That's a documentary,
amazing.
right?
Yeah, it's about this crazy dude.
Is that the dude who died?
Yeah.
I think I might have seen that, who died at the end.
It's a Werner Herzog movie, and I swear to God, he's trying to make it a comedy.
Really?
I think it's a comedy. I really do. I would call it an unintentional comedy, but he's too brilliant for it to be unintentional. I think he did it on purpose. It's a comedy movie, man.
Grizzly Man.
It's a tragedy for sure.